The South African Savings Institute says the recent unrest in Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal will have a negative impact on the savings rate. This as some employees working for affected companies are likely to lose their jobs and others will be temporarily unemployed as companies try to rebuild their businesses. So far, many consumers have already depleted their savings due to job losses experienced as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic.
The household savings rate in South Africa increased to 0.70% in the first quarter of this year, compared to 0.50% in the fourth quarter of 2020. And the impact of COVID-19 has worsened the situation. Experts say that the recent unrest is likely to affect the abilities of employees and business to save.
And now even more recently, as a result of some of this unrest, that some people will deplete and lose their savings or their ability to save. Because remember, your savings rate also includes your provident and pension fund. And if people don't have jobs, they can't save.
July marks Savings Month. The Institute says this year's campaign is focusing on educating consumers by writing in their mother tongue, and it believes this will empower consumers to better understand the financial jargon and inculcate a culture of saving. Consumers are urged to save at least 15 to 20% of their salaries. The Institute says many consumers are now joining the stokvels as it gives them the discipline to save.
Over 53% of South Africans are now members of at least one or more stokvels, and I think this number will increase. And by going back to Ama Stokvel, we're going back to the basics of saving and savings as families, groups, or communities.
Experts say that many South Africans spend money on the things that they cannot afford, and that easy access to credit is one of the stumbling blocks to saving. Lack of proper savings has led to about 61% of retired people not having sufficient money during retirement.
We know that the long-term savings is a problem. People are retiring and not retiring with enough money. In the short term, we're talking about investments and emergency savings. We also know, because of the industry that we're in and the people that we work with, that not a lot of people are saving. So I think what needs to be done is really a solution at a macro level. At the macro level, the problem that a lot of employed people are facing is threefold. The first one is because there's a lot of unemployment. Employed people, people that are earning an income, have to support a lot of the people that are unemployed.
Consumers are urged to change their spending habits and have a proper budget. Experts say that your first priority when you get your paycheck is to put money away for saving and investment. They have some advice on where to save your money.
I'd like to say that people must do what we call reverse budgeting. A lot of people right now, when they earn a salary, they look at what they need to pay, all the debts and the debit orders that need to go through, before they look at what they need to save. And that's how they determine whether they can afford a certain car, a certain house. And you need to budget the other way around. You need to take your income, take 10, 15, 20% of that income, put it in savings.
Anyone who has an income can save a portion of their money, regardless of how much they earn. And having a savings plan will put you in a better position to deal with any eventuality. Be consistent with your savings and do not pull out when your investments are not performing well. Naledi Matlapeng, SABC News, Johannesburg.